Howdy y'all, Jackson here with Ictric Studios, and I'm here to do just some rambling. Here are some timestamps on when I'm going to get to each topic, so feel free to skip ahead if you're not interested in one of them. First up is BitChute. I just want to have a little talk about it. Despite the fact the last time I really mentioned I had one, I got a channel strike, but that's besides the point. So as I said, I do have one. It's also called Ictric Studios. If you want to go over there and sub to it, I don't actively upload to it. I just use it as the passive mirror thing they have, where it just re-uploads my posts from YouTube. It occasionally misses one, but that's not horrible, especially since I don't have to do anything. Additionally, I kind of also find it funny that if you head over there and look at my channel, you can actually see that I get more views on pretty much every series except for the college football playoff videos, which I just kind of find really funny, and I don't know why that is. Also, if you're watching this on BitChute right now, sup, how you doing? If you're not completely boycotting YouTube, which I would completely understand if you are, give me a sub over there if you have not. Uh, if you like the content, thanks again for watching over there. My next topic I'd like to talk about is Gab's Dissenter. First off, Gab is the Twitter alternative. If you don't know what it is, uh, and Dissenter, if you don't know what that is a web extension they made that adds a comment section to every page on the internet, which is honestly kind of cool. I'm surprised nobody had thought of it until now. I'd really recommend you get it if you do not already have it, because I really miss going through comment sections on all different websites, especially like NFL.com and ESPN, because sports arguments were always the best, and it's really disappointing not to have that anymore. So please get it if you have not already gotten it. Anyway, I'd like to now head over to the Cleveland Browns. Uh, Now I'm recording this pretty much right after the Odell Beckham trade, so if they've made any major moves since then, obviously will not be mentioning it. Uh, First off, let's just talk about some of the other major moves they've made. Let's talk about Kareem Hunt. Now, obviously, he's not the best person in the world, but this is one heck of a value pickup. He has the potential of being one of the best running backs in the league, and it also gives the Browns the opportunity to trade like Duke Johnson for some value. Though I think it's a really good pickup. They also traded guard Kevin Zietler for Oliver Vernon and a fourth round pick. Obviously, Vernon's there to probably help a little bit fill in the shoes of Jamie Collins as they let him go, uh, which will definitely be a hard thing to do. And Zietler is obviously a tough loss, but guards are not the hardest thing to replace, even though he's one of the best in the league. They also have signed Greg Robinson, which would probably help bolster the line since they traded Zietler. And Sheldon Richardson, which will definitely make that defensive line a killer with him, Garrett, and Agba. Uh, so the Browns are definitely something to be reckoned with right now. And then obviously the big thing, the Odell Beckham trade. I'm obviously a little bit heartbroken that they traded Jabril. Um, but it's very interesting to see Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham back on the same team, especially considered when they were in their last year at LSU. They were 71% of Zach Mettenberger's completions, which is just kind of amazing that two people can be that much of a key part of an offense. And it'll be very interesting to see with what Baker can do with them because let's just be honest, Baker's like 10 times the quarterback that Mettenberger is. So it should be really interesting. And the last thing I'd like to talk about, staying on the topic of football, is the Indoor Football League. Recently I tied a video about the AAF, so now I just want to talk about the IFL since their season has started. And it's, in fact, I've actually watched probably more IFL games than AAF games since the IFL has came back. That may be due in fact that I have more local teams to cheer for, being in the Midwest, because there's Iowa and then the Quad Cities. In fact, I know the kicker on the Quad City Steamwheelers. Uh, but I do also think it comes down to just the games themselves. Indoor games are just way more high scoring and they're really fast. This probably happens because they have a running clock most of the game, so just the games zip by. Also, since the fact they stream all their games live on YouTube, you get the live chat. Just that really livens up the experience, and you don't even have to go over to like Twitter for like when NFL games are going on. You're just all right there. So if you have not watched any IFL games this season, they're all archived on their channel. But I especially suggest you watch a live one, especially if it's Arizona or Iowa or Sioux Falls, since those are probably the best teams in the league. So give it a watch if you have not watched it already. If you like football, I'm sure you will enjoy it. Anyway, thank you for sitting through me rambling. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you didn't, feel free to leave a dislike. Please feel free to comment about the topics I discussed or some other topics you'd like to see me discuss. And lastly, subscribe if you have not already. Thank you again for watching. Bye.